Welcome everybody to the Iracing Oval Series Lite. We're legends at Lanier. Currently in qualifying, I'm joined by Josh Hall and Dustin Dean in the booth tonight. How's it going, boys?
Doing excellent, man. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. How about you, Dustin?
I'm doing great tonight. Ready to call a great race.
Yeah, so Legends got a small field. Looks like about 7 cars, which is okay. That means it should be quick and painless. But I don't know. I watched warm up. They were a bit loose. What do you think, Dustin?
Yeah, so I got out there and ran a few laps. It was very, very loose. If you got in there too hot, you were definitely going to turn it around easily. So I look for that tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely
Yep.
something to think about for sure.
I know last week we had a short field too, but it put on a great race. So we'll look forward to that again tonight.
I think so many times you see so many cautions throughout a race, and I don't think we'll see that tonight. I think it'll be pretty clean, and we'll see some good racing.
Yeah, Dylan Redding top of the board here in qualifying. 15.190 so far. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. David Schoaf is going to show it up.
And I heard a little grumblings during that practice session too. Somebody wants to put a bounty out on Ian Martin.
From what I heard, there is a bounty out on Ian Martin. Listen, he's the guy to beat. Everybody knows it. Everybody's okay with it, but we want to beat him. You know, that's the thing everybody's looking to do tonight.
I also heard something about wanting to make him start a lap or two down.
I mean, I may have made a comment or two. Listen, he's that good. I mean, that's all there is to it. He's that good. He could come from 10 laps down, I believe, and still have a chance at the end.
We've called quite a few of Ian's races in the past, and yeah, he's definitely a talented driver, especially in the street stocks and the Legends cars. So yeah, I understand what you mean by making him start a lap down or two.
I mean, he put on a show last night too, Josh. So, I mean.
Yeah, they were talking about that in the practice session, how he was the only car last night that didn't have any incident points, and he had a set of tires left at the end.
Something to be said about that. As they finish up qualifying here, I get Jackson Qualley and Ian Martin are the only two who haven't turned to lap. Ian thinks there's a bounty out on him, so he's probably not going to take that cue and go to the front. He don't want to get wrecked.
I look forward to running. We run with Ian on Friday nights in his Cup Series, or excuse me, the NASCAR Series League. So it looks like Jackson Qualley's out on track right now, making a couple laps.
And I talked about last night. That's the iOS Cup Series race, and Ian did well last night. He came in first. We'll see what he's got for him tonight. Oh, it looks like Jackson Qualley and Ian are actually on track now.
Yep.
And so one of the things that's really kind of frustrating, or can be frustrating for the drivers, is as they're qualifying, the admin of this league is actually giving out, the drivers meeting rules and everything like that. So that's one thing to keep in mind is while they're qualifying, they're getting told what they're supposed to do during a race. So it really makes it interesting.
Yeah, I know Ian does like a 10-minute qualifying, so he gives you the first 5 minutes to queue, and then he starts talking jibber-jabbering. Jackson Qualley's going to be in the 5th spot, it looks like. See what Ian's got for him.
Oh, we got on the apron there a little bit. That's interesting. It can help you turn if you do it just right. It can help you turn. If you do it just wrong, you'll end up looking at the field because they're coming to you as you spun out.
Well, he did it
2 times faster than the entire field right now. Wow. So.
And Josh, I'm gonna rewind this. I want you to look at the front end of this car as it's coming around that corner. Look at that thing. Look how towed out it is. You see that?
Incredible. Yeah.
There's some secrets for you, boys. Go look at
that. You want to zoom in on that? Help even the field?
Here, let's pause it right about here.
And we're giving away your secrets. We're sorry.
And we're gonna go rear chase cam. He's not turning right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's driving straight. Just letting you know. That might help you get through the corner. A little bit of camber, a little bit of caster.
So what you're gonna see next week is everybody's car is gonna look like that.
Anyway.
Remember the Cup Series years ago where they had the cars all crab walking at Pocono?
Look,
I
look,
do.
he's sitting on the grid right now. The thing looks like it's ready to go into the fence.
Wow.
That thing looks wrecked.
Take a look at that.
That's
Sorry,
just,
Ian.
that's just an observation, Ian. Sorry. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Observe, broadcast.
We're called commentators. We comment on what we see.
Well, let's see what we see throughout the field. I mean, Schoaf is looking the same way. Max McClure is looking the same way. Derek
Just not
Regal,
quite as much.
yeah, it's just not as drastic. I mean, that left front on the 11 of Dylan Redding definitely doesn't look cambered out as Ian's did.
Now through the years on iRacing, I know me and Joe, we've run some really funky setups throughout the years. We all remember the monster trucks at the super speedways.
These are not fixed setups either, right? I
No,
was
they're
just
not.
making sure.
And I don't know, probably a lot of people out there that's a part of iRacing or watching iRacing don't know that you actually used to start your career in Legends. And you want to talk about a wake up call when you go to drive these things, they are not like driving a cup car or even an ARCA car. These things are hard to drive. They really are.
I,
And they're based on momentum. That's all you can do is try to keep your momentum, keep the car wound up. And yeah, these cars used to be wicked loose. I remember you couldn't even tap the brakes without spinning out when these first came out. When I first started on iRacing.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I don't know how
so
long
look
you've
at the
been on.
grid real. Let's
Oh,
look at the
go
grid
ahead.
real quick, guy. Ian Martin starting on the pole, obviously. David Schoaf outside the first row.
Dylan Redding and Austin Blaylock in the second row.
In row three, we got Max McClure and Jackson Qualley.
And then rounding out the field, we have Derek Regal, the 86. And we're rolling.
So, just a quick show of hands. Who's got their money on Ian tonight?
How can you not?
Hard to not, honestly.
I mean, I think he's got 1 to 3 odds tonight, and what I mean by is if you bet $1, you lose 3.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it would take for them to all line up and then one by one try to move him out of the way, I think.
I think it's definitely going to take some bumping to get him out of the way, for sure.
I don't think I've ever watched him drive a legend car, but based on that lap time, I'm gonna go with we're in for a Ian Martin show, but we'll see. The 14, 99, the 11, the 19, the 18 don't want us to think that. So here we go. Green flag is out. 98's gonna jump out to a big lead. Ian Martin, all the way. I'm already out to a big lead.
And you see the bumping from second spot on back. They are already getting into it. That's just going to give Ian that lead that he's wanting. Side by side all the way back there.
Yeah, he's already.
I don't even think we need to cover him because we'll just watch the racing part of this race. And we'll check in with him at the end.
So Austin Blaylock takes the lead.
Next week, Ian will be banned from racing.
That's right.
He's going to have a weight penalty. 80 laps. I mean, is there a chance he laps the field?
I definitely think there will be people getting lapped tonight. My only concern is how's everybody else going to do? I mean, it is hard to drive. We established that. And so how's everybody going to handle these Legends cars? This is going to be interesting here.
Now, in the long run, do these cars start to loosen up? Do they tighten up?
In my experience, they've always tightened up, which you think would be a good thing because they're usually so loose, but it makes it even harder to drive. because when it actually does catch, it sends you for a spin on the other side of things.
Yeah, as we see Jackson Qualley all over the back bumper of Dylan Redding. Looks like he's gonna drop back a little bit, but he was pretty much riding that back bumper.
I love that in-car camera right there. That is awesome. You really get to see what the driver's hands are doing. I mean, it's like you're in the car with them. That's awesome.
You can see not a lot of wheel movement, which is surprising. Usually you see people sawing on the wheel, especially at this track being as flat as it is. You see a lot of finesse and kind of having to correct the car as it goes through the corner.
And given that he's not turning so much, Josh, maybe he could stay in the throttle a little bit more. It looks like he's really rolling that corner for a while. What would happen if he stays in the throttle?
Keep the momentum up and get that car get a good run off the corner. But I think he might. It looks like he might be saving a little bit right now for later on.
Very interested to go from this shot over to Ian's car to see how see how much he turns the wheel. And he is down the apron. Wow.
So he knows something. Almost looks like he knows something that no one else does.
He's making a circle, gentlemen. He's not making an oval turn. He's making a circle. What I mean by that is he's out to the wall in the straightaways. He's getting as low as he possibly can in the turns. Basically driving.
This is the way we used to run Lanier way back in the day. And then Iracing changed your tire model, and you really weren't able to use that apron to help you turn. But it looks like Ian's got that old school running down on below that apron to get the car to turn.
And this makes me want to go out there and go run up on his bumper.
Lanier was actually my first win on iRacing.
I think USA Speedway was mine back in the day.
Definitely USA for me.
Had some fun and frustrating times on that track.
I like the noise that these make when you do clap into that back rail on the other car. Sounds like you're hitting them with a bumper car.
Well, they already start out with sounding like go-karts anyways.
Yeah, these cars are actually pretty cool. Run by a Suzuki motorcycle engine.
Yeah, and this is how Bubba Wallace and also I think William Byron were in these for a long time.
This is where a lot of NASCAR stars got their start. Joey Logano got his start in Legend cars. I believe Ryan Preece got his start in Legend cars.
You can see it's almost half a track now from the back of the field. Now just coming out of turn 2.
Turn 4.
And heading into 3, hitting 4 now. And now Ian's already on the backstretch. He's catching them.
Ian is crossing the start-finish line now as these guys are still in turn 4.
Back of the field just entered 3, and they're crossing the finish line now. That's the difference. Approximately 8.7 seconds. And how fast the laps are they turning, Josh?
Well, Ian just ran a 15.1, and the rest of the field is running 15.2s and 3s. So he's about a tenth of a second faster.
Does anybody dare come and take tires?
Not if you want. If you want to have a chance at winning.
I say on lap 50, on lap 40, Ian Martin has to come in and take 8 sets of tires, and then you can go back out on track.
Okay, caution lap 40. Does anybody take tires?
I think you would still go multiple laps down, wouldn't you?
It'd be pushing.
Yeah, I think this car is about 40 seconds for a tire change.
If Ian can see the back of the field, looks like he can. He can see him leaving the turn as he's hitting the straightaway. You see it right there. You can see in the top left corner a little bit.
And it's just incredible to watch somebody dominate a race like this. You just don't see this usually in racing. I know. As the field is now contacting over the radio saying, let us know when you're there. We're not going to hold you up. I don't think they'd be holding him up anyways. I'm sure he'd be able to go high, go low, go wherever he wanted.
And it's not so much that he's dominating this race; it's that he dominates almost every race that he. I mean, he's just that good.
And we look back from Max McClure's ride in the 19. Max is shifting.
Wow.
Interesting. I mean, it's something we, again, used to do back in the day. And I thought iRacing kind of made it so you didn't really have to do that. As you can see Ian coming up on the back of Max. And also from this view, you can see the marbles are really starting to build up on this track. And Max
You really
is
see
actually,
the groove too, and he's running it
yeah,
a little high, like you say, I think, right?
he's up in the marbles for the most part.
Yeah, especially coming out of the turn, that can really upset the car if you're not careful.
Now, some people think they're just there for visual, but those are there to. Those are just like real life. Those marbles can upset the car and make it slick for a couple laps.
And you see the crowd is not practicing social distancing, that's for sure.
A lot of Ian Martin fans up there, I'm sure.
You gotta be.
So Dustin, where are you from?
I'm from South Carolina.
Nice.
I go down to South Carolina for vacation every year. Love it
Another
down
week?
there. Absolutely.
Yeah, me and my whole family just went a couple weeks ago. We had a blast. We really did.
Upset to hear about the track closing.
Yeah, they were tearing it down the time we were there, that week we were there, and I was tempted to go watch it, but we didn't.
I can say, luckily, I've had the opportunity to drive a car on that track as you see Ian Martin going right around Max McClure. I was able to do a NASCAR experience and get a car on that track, which is kind of cool, just to say that, it's one of the most historic tracks in the United States. Be able to drive a car around there is pretty cool.
Absolutely. You drove amongst the greats.
Regal is on pit road.
I knew somebody would have to try something.
He's got the
I don't
post. He's got the post office ride.
carry
I was
the
gonna,
mail.
yeah, I was gonna say that car was carrying the mail for a little bit.
Ian's gonna put him another lap down as he passes.
Yeah, I think pitting here is probably gonna cost you 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah, the front end of that machine is up.
Yeah, that one they changed tires, fronts then rears.
IndyCar style.
Yep.
Just lift the whole back end up.
Looks like he's just taking tires, no fuel, because I don't think fuel is going to be an issue.
Oh,
Oh, we got
99
a
reckon. Oh, he didn't hit nothing though.
very nice to keep it off the wall.
All right, man. Caution
And the
is
yellow
out.
comes out.
Caution is out. That's a tough break for Derek Regal. Man,
That's a tough. That is a tough break for Ian Martin, but not the rest of the field. And Ian was just on the radio, upset.
Yeah, he was wanting to lap the whole field, wasn't he?
He pretty much.
he's hitting pit road. The leader
Oh wow.
off the track.
Nobody came.
That looks like the 11 car come.
That'll be interesting.
Why did the pace car go down pit road again?
And the pace car decided to take tires.
What is going on? Did you guys see that?
I missed
It was
that.
down. It was running pit road in front of Ian just now. You have to watch back the broadcast and just check that out. That's pretty funny. Ian's gonna take tires. Is
That's why
Ian
the
gonna
pace
stay on
car-
a lead lap? That's the question, right?
Yep. The reason why the pace car was running down pit road in front of Ian is because the pace car was parked at the end of pit lane and it had to go all the way around pit lane to exit.
That's right. That's
So
right.
as Ian was coming into the pits, the pace car hadn't hit the exit yet. It's like the pace car driver got lost.
All right. So not only did he make it on the lead lap or stay on the lead lap, he will have fresh tires while everybody else does not.
Everybody in front of him.
Well, everybody in front of him. That is correct.
When it comes to the pace car and iRacing, it's not the weirdest thing we've ever seen. Who remembers the old Homestead bug where the pace car would pull into the pits and smash into the wall every single time?
Every single time.
Or there's been times I've seen the pace car flying around at Daytona trying to catch up, doing 200 miles an hour, and then just slam into the wall.
What you don't want to have happen is you're in line waiting
And
for
pace car's in. It's green. Green is out.
A little quicker, Green.
14 to the inside, and just like that, Ian Martin is in the lead.
Around the outside.
That's how long
Yeah.
it took.
I think that was 3/4 of a lap there.
And Austin Blaylock cannot believe that he just got passed on the outside like that. They're 3 wide.
They are. See, that's good racing right there. Oh, 14 almost slapped the wall. They're really flirting with that wall, trying to get that big circle going. The 11's going to look inside. Dylan Redding to the inside. He's a lap down.
Right behind him, the 86 Derek Regal just went around. Looks like the. Looks like he's a lap down. I apologize.
Yeah, so all these guys that are passing each other on them freshies, passing those 3 cars that are on 48 lap tires. That's the difference right there, speed-wise. So Ian's doing almost a full second faster than the guys on 49 lap tires. So that's the difference, tires.
As if it needed any more help.
Correct.
His last lap by was a 15 flat. Everyone else is running 15.6s, 15.7s. That time was a 15.03, and everyone else 15.8, 16.0, 16.2.
Wow. So there still might be a chance that he could lap the entire field.
It's looking that way.
Did I mention I'm glad I did not race in this event tonight? Glad to be up here with you boys.
So it could be a little demoralizing, huh?
It can. It can work on you.
Somebody's crying, said there's debris on the track, hoping for a yellow.
I think somebody needs to take Ian Martin and put him in a real Legends car. That's what I think. See what happens then.
Hey, Dayton, you're listening?
Check in, see if we can dial up the Facebooks.
14 car is around, and the yellow is not out. He's off the track. And we're going to stay green. He was able to enter in the pit road right there. So Ian Martin's lead will continue to grow.
Just got a text from a viewer on our YouTube page, or YouTube video, and he said, Ian to drive the 48 car next year.
Well, the 48's already filled, so maybe they can stick him in the 88.
That's right, the 88. That'd be good.
Stephen Black says, smooth and steady, Jackson Quali. I don't think Stephen Black got the message about Ian.
Now, well, Jackson Quali's moved up to the second spot, so.
Yeah, he sure has.
And I know Jackson, he does a lot of practicing, and I'm sure he's been practicing for this. So just waiting to see how close he can stay to Ian. And right now, he's actually the closest out of anybody.
I mean, 12 seconds ain't bad. It's almost an entire lap. Means that Ian's only about 3 seconds behind him.
The 14 car is going to rejoin the action here. They have unlimited resets, unlimited tires, unlimited everything. This is more just a fun race. Come out here, race what you brought. Looks like Ian brought a Cadillac and everybody else is running Honda Civics. But
And Ian's going to officially lap the entire field.
Wow. This is pure just insulting at this point.
can you do it again?
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna try. I'm sure he's gonna try.
You know, we talked to Ian. We got Ian running some open wheel SK modified stuff, right, Josh? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's gonna be running the Pumpkin Bash with Tyler Tomasi
You're gonna
in
be
the
running. Yep. Be running the
intensity
intensity
broadcaster
broadcasting
racing.
cars. Yep. And you did the paints, right?
I did do the paints. Yep, I do the paints for all our intensity broadcasting cars. Me and Joe run on Friday nights in Ian Martin's ISSL Special Series.
And so Ian's gonna be running in that series or in that race. Man, I think I'm gonna pull his funding if he keeps beating on people like this.
And there's some money to be won in that race. Is that not right?
Oh
On
yeah.
Friday night, yeah. A couple weeks ago, I came in first. Joe came in third.
I think he's talking about the pumpkin bash. There's a lot of money on the line
Pumpkin
there.
Bash, yeah, I believe first place is $400 if I remember correctly to win.
That's a nice little payday.
Yep, and Intensity Broadcasting's always watching these drivers, trying to look for opportunities to sponsor some guys and get them out there racing. Do that with Ian and Tyler and see what they got for them. Ian Martin, 14,990 best lap. Currently running 15.2s, and he's about what, 30 laps into his stint, only falling off 3/10.
Yeah, almost 30 laps in.
That just tells you how smooth he drives the car and how man how impressive it is. Just be honest with you.
We got a little bit of a battle with the 14 and the 18 now.
Now the 14 did come in and take tires, so he's on new tires.
Yeah, but the 11 also passed Jackson Quali as well. And he was on 40 lap fresher tires than Jackson as well. So that's where Dylan Redding is.
We got about 10 laps to go. Ian is half a lap behind the rest of the field, or in front of the rest of the field. Well, I guess you could say behind, because he's coming up to try to lap him a second time.
He should
He's gonna be
He should pit with 2 to go and see what happens.
Yeah, he's gonna be lapping the 86 car again in just a moment.
I just have to say again that post office car is the coolest car out here.
Sure.
I like that one, and I like the 11 of Dylan Redding with the military paddy wagon look.
Yes, sir.
Time by, we'll have 6 laps left of race in action. Check that. 5 laps now.
Too bad the admin couldn't just, throw a black flag.
Well, I am an admin for this league. So,
Think you'd have Ian Martin fired up. You did that to him. He's put on a show tonight, though. Leading not every lap. Well, did he lead every lap? No, he didn't lead the caution laps. So there you go.
But he is coming up on the third place car of Jackson Quali right now.
Can he do it? We got 3 laps to go. Oh, it's gonna be close. We might have a race after all.
Don't think he's going to get the rest of the field. The 11 car is about half a track ahead of him, so.
2 laps to go. Make that 1. White flag is out.
this will be 2 wins in a row for Ian. He won, actually 3 wins. He won Monday night, Tuesday night, and Ian will win again.
Ian
That was
won, and that's 2 for the iRacing Oval Series last night and tonight.
we're gonna have to start calling Ian the professor because he just put a clinic on tonight at class.
He better bring some better interviews if he's gonna keep winning these races too. Not even in the booth.
He's blowing his donuts and everybody else is still finishing. So we'll get Ian in the booth as soon as he's done doing his little burnouts.
So Ian Martin came in first, Dylan Redding second, Jackson Qualier on the top 3, Austin Blaylock fourth, Max McClure fifth, Derek Regal sixth, and seventh, David Schoaf 4 laps back.
And only one car on the lead lap.
We got somebody doing burnouts here in the infield. Need security down there.
David Schoaf. I think he's just celebrating that he survived. Again, lapped by Ian twice.
Ian
There's
is in
Ian.
the waiting room.
No. There he is.
Hey, Ian's Josh, Joe, and Dustin. Heck of a race, man. I don't know what you did to win that thing, but woo!
Yeah, the car handled perfectly. The whole race. The car was perfect. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, even on those 40 lap old tires, I was debating not even pitting, and I'm glad I did, because obviously it worked out. I ended up lapping the whole field. Would have been 2 laps down had Dylan not pitted. So I was challenged before we took the grid to lap the whole field, and I did it.
Ian, I got a question for you. Okay, it's just me and you, right? Nobody else is listening to our conversation. Certainly not watching. What's the secret, man? What is the secret?
I don't know. I mean, 5 years of iRacing experience running nothing but street stock and legend cars. I mean, that's all I ran for easily my first 3 years of iRacing. So,
When you
I
came
mean,
out the first time and ran a Legends car or a street stock car, were you turning laps like you just did?
I don't know. That was so long ago.
No,
But
but do you remember winning races straight away, or was there a learning curve?
I'm sure it was a learning curve. But I mean, after my first year or so, when I finally got me a force feedback steering wheel, a decent set of pedals, if I had the right setup, I would go out there and I would not dominate, but I would be one of the most competitive.
So I'm hearing from Race Control next week. You're going to be racing with a keyboard and a mouse. Is that what I'm hearing right?
I don't know what you're hearing. I have them muted so I can hear you guys.
Nah,
Oh,
great win,
I'm
Ian.
sure there's a bunch of talking going on.
Great run, Ian. I mean, that was just a dominating performance.
So
Like I said, we're gonna start calling you the professor because you're just going to class on these guys.
Monday,
Yeah, I
Monday,
asked
Tuesday,
Max.
Wednesday, you got wins. You gonna round this thing out for Thursday, Friday?
Hopefully Friday. I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow night. But hopefully Friday I'll get another win in the Super Speedway Series.
I'll
Well,
put
not to
I'll push you to the I'll push you to the front. I'll let you lead it for a while, but last lap I'll be
Okay.
there.
I don't know. I might have something to say about that on Friday night, but
I don't know. Last time you guys didn't finish top 10, did you?
ooh, ooh.
Josh did. I did not.
No, I did for sure. I know I've started on the pole both races so far, and I'm gonna continue that trend for sure.
I think Atlee's face last week might have been a bad luck charm.
Dude, everything I hope Atlee's listening to this, but everything Atlee touches is bad luck. I mean, like he calls the driver to win races in Nashville, and they end up in the stands and junk, man. Woo. So anyway, Great,
Oh boy.
great race, great win, awesome job. We'll see you Friday night.
Yep. Hopefully, I can pull off a clean sweep in all 3 of these iOS series. That'd be pretty cool.
Josh, got anything else?
No, I think that's good.
Dustin, you got anything to say about the clinic?
It was a clinic.
All right, I'm Joe Wright, and I've been joined by Dustin Dean and Josh Hall for Intensity Broadcasting. Like, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Get up on there, help us out, and we'll see you. Our next one's Friday night, right, Josh?
Friday night. Yep, we have tomorrow off, so we got Friday night and nothing on Saturday, but we've got a couple races on Sunday, I believe, don't we?